People of color on the force, they say they've been subjected to racial slurs and imagery while on the job, and there is nothing subtle about it. They say training is needed and a commitment to hire more qualified minorities in order to really turn things around.
They are racist, and they're still in a position of power. They still will review all applicants that come into this troop.
Senior investigator Kim Bryson is one of the half-dozen minority troopers who says racism has continued to flourish despite a decades-long effort to increase diversity in the ranks.
Overwhelmingly, the people that I have spoken to have experienced some level of bias or racism absolutely within the New York State Police.
One of the agency's more than 4,700 troopers, only 4% are black, even though 19% of the state's population is black. Efforts to address the lack of diversity stretch back to the 1970s when a federal judge ordered hiring goals. But progress stalled, and the percentage of black troopers fell again after a consent decree was lifted in 2015.
With looking at the demographics of the New York State Police compared to the demographics of the state itself, there's obviously not a lot of parity there. So there's certainly, I think, a lot of room for the New York State Police to increase the diversity amongst their ranks.
Research shows diversity in law enforcement can affect everything from officer morale to interactions with the community. A study published this year in the journal Science suggests it can also lead to improvement in how police treat people of color.
But as long as the police department is viewed as being separate from the community, as being, let's face it, racist in terms of some of their actions, that is not going to attract people who've been traditionally underrepresented.
Bryson says that needs to start with commitments at the highest levels of the state police ranks and improving racial bias training. She leads an association of minority New York State troopers that's lobbying the state's acting superintendent to prioritize minority hires.
The only way that we're going to move beyond these things is that it starts to be taken seriously. And the system that is in place right now, it doesn't work.
Now, the acting superintendent of the New York State Police acknowledged diversity is a huge problem, saying the ethnic breakdown of the force should mirror that of the state the troopers actually are patrolling in. He says he is making it a priority he's going to address. Vanessa Freeman here reporting live in the newsroom.